Brad, let's get over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Brian. Taking a look at the major averages here as we're 31 minutes into the start of trade on this Thursday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average up by about 0.7%. NASDAQ Composite up a full percent. S&P 500 up 0.7% right now. 4146 is where we find the S&P 500. We'll come back to that in a moment, but taking a look at some of the NASDAQ 100 activity that we're seeing here on the screen today, you'd be hard-pressed to find some of the companies that are in the red right now, but who's bringing up the caboose today? It's Alphabet, Google. That's down by 3.2% on the NASDAQ 100. However, leading the charge, you've got ticker symbol AZN there. It's higher by about 5.9%. AstraZeneca leading the charge there, and a whole wave of other green names here. But Lucid, also one of the biggest laggards in the NASDAQ 100. In terms of the S&P 500 sector performance here today, technology is still holding on to that bright spot and leading the charge here, but energy is actually in the rear. That's down by about 0.4% on the day. Communication services, that's also lower right now. That's down by about 0.25% after starting the day positive. We had all 11 S&P 500 names and sectors, starting off the day in positive territory. A little bit of slippage in communication services and energy right now. But as I was mentioning a moment ago, that S&P 500 number sitting at 4146 here on the day, and here's the context. A hawkish tone traveling among Fed officials as a handful of them point to the strength in the job market as evidence that inflation pressures remain persistent, calling for the likelihood of the Fed having to continue to raise interest rates and keep them elevated for longer.